Washington, where the Supreme Court handed down several major decisions today. In its most high-profile ruling, the court left birthright citizenship in place, rejecting President Donald Trump's effort to end the constitutional protection by executive order. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest on that, plus other key decisions from the High Court.
Hi there. The Supreme Court today handed a big loss to President Trump on one of his day one immigration priorities, ruling against his effort to take birthright citizenship away from people who were born in this country but whose parents are undocumented immigrants or non-citizens. The president signed an executive order limiting that automatic citizenship, which is enshrined in the Constitution's 14th Amendment, to people who have at least one parent who is a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. The order was immediately blocked and appealed up to the Supreme Court, where President Trump attended oral arguments in a first for a sitting U.S. president, highlighting how important this is to him. But the conservative court has now ruled 6-3 against his order. The president said Monday he would accept the court's decision. In a separate ruling, the court's conservative majority upheld state laws that ban transgender athletes from competing in girls' and women's school and college sports. Transgender students in West Virginia and Idaho had challenged bans in their states, but the High Court ruled those bans did not violate either the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause or Title IX protections against sex discrimination in education. The ruling will likely have broad implications for the 25 other states with similar bans, but it does not force the hand of the 23 states that allow transgender athletes in women and girls sports. And finally, the court chipped away again at campaign finance restrictions, siding with Republicans who sought to overturn limits on how much money political parties can spend in coordination with individual candidates for federal office. The ruling is the latest in a series from the Supreme Court finding that campaign spending is protected under the First Amendment. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And reaction continues to pour in after the Supreme Court's ruling on birthright citizenship. In a statement, New York Attorney General Letitia James called it a, quote, constitutional guarantee that has defined this nation for generations, adding every person born in the United States is an American. James was part of a coalition that sued over the president's executive order and filed briefs urging the court to reject the challenge.